Hi everyone, my name is Dominika. Welcome to Invisible Mindset YouTube channel. This channel is all about personal development, learning how to love every little part of your life, gaining confidence, overcoming challenges in life, and having that growth mindset. Every week, I'll be teaching you about a new topic. So without further delay, let's get started on today's topic. Hello everyone, today I want to talk to you about the fact that we put meanings on things. And this is a concept that has really truly transformed my life, and many people talk about it. The fact that mindset is everything, the fact that perspective is everything, you should be optimistic, not pessimistic, and all these kind of things. But I want to go even on a different direction with this video today, with this concept, because this has transformed the way I look at things. Whatever you are going through in life, you can decide what you can take out of it. Last week, I talked about the fact that it's important to be a life's protege and take out lessons in everything. But today, I am going to speak about it in a different way because of the fact that we put meanings on things. So whatever challenges you are going through in life, you can decide to say, God is punishing me, God is gifting me, or God is rewarding me, or God is just challenging me. God is teaching me something here. So you can look at something and be like, right now I am struggling to get a job. God doesn't love me. God doesn't want me to be happy. God doesn't want me to be fed. God doesn't want me to succeed. Or you can look at it from a perspective of maybe something like, if I am not getting these jobs, it means something greater is coming. It means that God is going to gift me something better. God is going to open up doors for me. It means that God saw what I did, and this is why He's protecting me from what's within this job, what's within this environment. So if you look at it from a different perspective, instead of being like, everything is against me, everything is not working out for me, I am just useless, incapable, I'll never find a job, I'll never find a partner, I'll never be capable, I'll never be smart enough. You can look at it from a perspective of God sees everything. So if I am not in this room, it means I wasn't meant to be in this room. And this truly transformed the way I look at my life. I look at opportunities, I look at relationships differently, because this really is the reality. God might be protecting you from something. God might be maybe leading you another direction that you didn't think about. He might be thinking like, this is something better. There's something better for you, something greater. And you might not see it yet. I understand sometimes it's hard to look at the bigger picture. But when you decide to look at the bigger picture, your life will change. Because not only will you be more open to taking those opportunities, to go in this direction that God is leading you to, but you will also show more faith. And when you show more faith in God, He's going to reward you. He's going to say, this person trusts me. There you go. I reward you for it. So you will receive great things in your life when you look at it this way. If maybe you had a partner and you broke up with that partner, things didn't work out with you. Instead of looking at it from a perspective of, God is punishing me, I guess I am just a nobody, this person wasn't for me, I guess I'll never find a partner of my dreams. Instead, you can think, what lessons can I get out of these relationships? What can I do better next time I'm in a relationship? What should I do differently? What kind of red flags I shouldn't ignore anymore? What kind of partner do I truly want? Maybe I need to get closer to God right now, figure out my life, and then seek a romantic relationship. So you can look at it differently. Think about it this way. You truly put meanings on everything. You truly put meanings on everything. You can decide that the relationship didn't work out because maybe that partner was bad, maybe you were bad, and you can decide that it's going to mean that all men are the same or women are the same. You will never find a partner of your dreams. Or you can decide to make it mean that God has someone better in store, that you deserve something better. Thank God you got out of this toxic relationship. Thank God that you got out of this place that you were meant to be in. Like, for example, you get fired from a job and you might be upset. Of course, this is normal. You might be upset that you got fired from the job. You might not have a new job lined up. And you might be looking at it, what's wrong with me? Why did I get fired? There's definitely something wrong with me. But instead, you can make it mean, this means that God has something better in store. This means, plot twist, there is something greater coming. So do you see where I'm going with this? We put meanings on things, whatever you're going through in life. You can decide, is God challenging me? Is God punishing me? Is God gifting me right now? Anything can be looked at from a positive perspective. Truly, anything can be looked at from a positive perspective. And oftentimes, we might not see it at the time. It's truly normal. It's normal for us to not be able to see, what kind of lesson can I get out here? What kind of lesson can I get out here? When we go through something that hurts us, we don't always see the bigger picture. But after a while, eventually you will see, I can see now why this relationship didn't work out. I can see now why I didn't get this specific job. Or maybe something like, I can see now why my car broke down that morning when later on in the afternoon I found out about this car crash. I was so annoyed that my car broke down. I was so annoyed. But then you look at it and you can see, oh, there was a bigger plan in the making. There was a purpose behind it. So you can decide what you want your life to mean. You can decide what your past means for you. Because, for example, if you went through traumas, if you went through hurt, if you went through some horrible things, you can make it mean that you are nobody, that you're not worthy of love, that you're not capable of anything, that you will never be happy. You can make it mean that you are just this horrible person. You can make it mean that you will never have a great relationship. You can make it mean that your parents didn't love you. You can make it mean that you are a victim right now in life. Or you can make it mean, oh, I went through this. What a strong person I am to go through something like this and still stand here till this day. I'm stronger than I know. I'm more capable than I know. This relationship didn't work out. Happens. This is life. It's fine. That means something greater is coming my way. That means I take out lessons from everything that I went through and I become better. I become stronger. I become wiser. I take all of those experiences with me. Whatever you went through in life can be turned for the better. And truly, how can I say this? You might be sitting here thinking, how can I say this? But if I, a person who was sexually assaulted, a person who visited her father in prison, can say there was a lesson in it all. I learned about forgiveness. I learned about gratitude. I learned to do better for myself, for my future, for my children's future. One day, if I have kids, I can know that this is something that I don't want to teach them. This is something I don't want the new generation to have, like all these traumas that I went through. I can break generational curses and it stops with me. So do you see this? You can decide what your life means. You can decide. And I know it's difficult. I know it's hard to think about this because those people that maybe hurt you in your past, they should have known better. They should have known better. They should have taken the time to heal. They should have taken the time to learn stuff so that they will be a better parent to you, a better friend to you, or a better partner to you. But they didn't know better. They didn't have the opportunity maybe to learn. Maybe they didn't want to learn, and that's okay. All you gotta do is focus on you. Focus on you. You know why? Because you will truly never be able to change a person. The person has to want to change within themselves. Some people don't want to change. Some people don't see a way to change. Some people don't see the opportunities of changing. But you, wow, what a great person you are, that you're listening to personal development videos, that you want to become better for yourself, for generations to come. This is truly amazing, and God will reward you for it. God will truly reward you for it if you stay strong, if you know that you are capable, because you truly are. You're smart enough, you're capable, you are wonderful. You have been created in the image of God. Do you know what that means? You can do anything you put your mind on. You can do anything you put your mind on. And I understand that sometimes we went through things that really hurt us, they really messed us up. I understand that truly. But when you decide to forgive, you don't forgive for those people. You forgive for yourself so that you can move on, so that you can live a happy life. There is no point living in the past. The past is in the past. It's history. It cannot be changed. It cannot be changed. But the decisions you make today determine who you're going to be in the future. They determine where you're going to be in the future. So you have to decide, I no longer live in the past. Or you can decide, I no longer live in this past of a victim, of a person who just talks about their trauma, a person who is miserable. No, what's done is done. It cannot be brought back. You have to accept the fact that it cannot be brought back. But what from now on you can do is just say, I cut it out of my life. I cut it out of my life and I make it mean that I am capable. If God allowed all of those things to happen, if all of these things happen in my life, it means that it was for a greater purpose. It was for a greater cause. I might not see it yet, but I trust that this was for a greater reason. I trust that all of the lessons that I was meant to get out of it, I get out of it. I trust that this means I am so strong. I am an amazing person. This doesn't define me. This doesn't determine my future. I determine my future, the person I am. I make it mean that I am strong enough, capable, wise enough. I am amazing. And when you look at it this way, when you make it mean that you are capable, that there is a greater reason for it, that reason will be revealed to you. Because truly, there always is a greater reason for things, a greater purpose. And it's hard to sometimes understand it. It's hard to know, it's hard to accept it. But the thing is, when you do, you start living a great life and a happy life. So I want to encourage you today to look at your life and change the meaning you have been speaking over your life so far. If you have been talking about your life, that you're not capable, you're not smart enough, that the mistakes mean that you are nobody, switch it all up and say to yourself, I made those mistakes, I take out the lessons, at least I was brave enough to try. And now I will continue being brave because the mistakes don't define my future. They don't define who I am. So you can take out all the positive things from your past, from where you are right now, and build a better future for yourself. Because you have the power to do that. You put meanings on things. You truly put meanings on things. If you decide that your past means you're nobody, you're not capable, you're not smart enough, then this is true. But if you decide that your past means you are strong, that there is a lesson in it, that you are going to be an amazing human being for this life, for this world, for the history in the making, then this is going to be true. You know why? Because we as humans, we hate being wrong. So we love proving ourselves right. So whatever you speak over your life, you will live your life like this to prove yourself right. You will truly sabotage yourself to prove yourself right. For example, if you say something about yourself like, I'm never gonna get a good job. I don't think I'll get hired for this job. I'm not smart enough for this job. They would never hire someone like me. Why should I even bother applying? Why should I even bother going for the interview? Why should I even bother trying? When you look at your life like this, you will prove yourself right that these people will not hire you. You will prove yourself right that this is not going to work out for you, because we as humans, we don't often like to be wrong. We prefer to be right. This is the truth. But instead, if you say to yourself, I know I'm going to get this job. I know I'm smart enough. I know I'm capable. I know I created a great CV. It's only a matter of time. You will prove yourself right, because your mind will start looking at opportunities differently, and you will be able to see where to apply for jobs. You'll be able to see where opportunities come from. You're gonna become a person who is so strong and so capable when you tell yourself these things, when you speak those things over your life. So speak great things over your life, because if you decide that your life means you are nobody, if your life means that up until this point I didn't achieve anything, so that means I'll never achieve anything, that's true. That's true. You create your reality. But instead, if you say, if up until this point I didn't achieve anything, what am I doing wrong? Let me see, what can I change? Do I need to hire a coach or a mentor? Do I need to get an education? Do I need to learn something new? What kind of skills do I need in order to become that person I really want to be? There's always a way to find things out. There's always a way. Maybe you also need to appreciate what you have accomplished so far. Because oftentimes we don't give ourselves credit for things that came easy enough for us. You might feel like, I didn't achieve anything, but you achieved so much. Like up until this point right now in time, I published over 45 books. And you will not believe it, that I actually didn't really give myself credit for it. I didn't give myself credit for it. I was like, that's nothing. I published 45 books, okay. But then when I started looking at it, I was like, wow, that's so impressive. Majority of people don't even publish one single book in their life. And I didn't give myself credit for it. So now I give myself credit for it. So maybe you might be this kind of person who just needs to give yourself a bit more of a congratulations for all your hard work so far. Because maybe you are an overachiever. Maybe you're a person who just loves doing things all the time. But it's important to give yourself credit for it. Because if you don't, you are always gonna feel like you didn't do enough. So you have to thank yourself for your hard work. You have to congratulate yourself. So anything you go through in life, anything you have in life, you make it mean something. You have to decide to make the meaning a positive one. Because if you don't, then this is going to just stop you, prevent you from achieving greater things in your life for the future. So that's all I wanted to speak to you guys about today. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please share it with others. Please subscribe to my channel and comment below what was that breakthrough. Maybe something clicked for you today. Share it in the comments below. I would love to know. Thank you everybody for all of your time. I truly appreciate all of your support. May God bless you. Have a wonderful day or evening, whatever time you watch this video at. And I will see you next week for another video. Bye bye.